So very good evening class. Today is the class of MCQ class number 34 of the UGC-NET paper 2 mass communication and journalism. Here we will discuss some of the important questions which is already asked in the UGC-NET exam, so that we are doing the revision of the questions. So here the questions starts from 264 in the today's class. That is, a major barrier in the transmission of cognitive data is an individual's. Everybody, you know about the cognitive, right? Cognitive is basically that is opinion or the attitude changes in our mind. That is what about the cognitive mental ability. So here a major barrier in the transmission of cognitive data is an individual's. Everybody, so options are personality, B expectations, C language, D status. Everybody, very important questions. A major barrier in the transmission of cognitive data is an individual's what? Language is not only the cognitive data, right? So everybody, the major barrier, this is what the expectations, when your expectation does not match, जब आपकी उम्मीद पे जो आप उम्मीद करते हो और वो चीज से आपको नहीं मिलता है. For an example, right, that you want to crack the JRF, right? So coincidence that अगर इनमें से कोई एक बंदा या किसी को नहीं मिलता है JRF, that expectations was more to that this time I will crack the JRF. And this is what about that the barriers in the transmission of cognitive data, that what you expected that doesn't match, the new information does not match with your expectations. That is what about the barriers in the cognitive data, the transmission of the cognitive data. Sometimes you want that thing and you do not get it, right? So this is what the expectations, right? The beyond expectations and under the expectations. So this is what about the major barrier in the transmission of cognitive data is an individual's expectations, right? So cognitive data, an individual come across the new informations every time, each time, right? So each time, हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ नया information हमारे पास आता है और उसे हम टकराते हैं, right? New experiences or the new information, they find out information based on their expectations, thoughts and belief, right? Whatever we believe, whatever we thought, whatever we expect, that is based on the expectations, that is based on the belief or the based on the thoughts, that the new information come to us and that we accept it. But sometimes what happens, it becomes the barrier, like when the new information does not match with our expectations, it becomes the barrier. So this is what that here right answer, it is expectations, which cause the barrier, right, in the transmission of cognitive data is an individual's expectations. So next question, 265 here, the signs that possesses a resemblance to their referent are considered. Everybody, sign that possesses a resemblance to their referent are considered indexical, B associational, C iconic, D negotiable. Everybody, very important. The sign that possesses a resemblance to their referent are considered. Very good. चलिए सभी लोग आंसर देंगे. Yes, very good. That the right answer C. यहाँ पर C is the right one, right? So sign, it is asking about the sign, right? The sign or the symbols that we use or study, right? So that possesses a resemblance to their referent are considered as, that is what iconic, right? So this is what about the icons, right? The computer icons, that what resembles, right? The resembles about their resembles about their meanings or the language, right? So this is what that we will learn here. The most of the important things here, it is written in the explanations. So in sign language, iconicity plays an important role in the act and the perception of gesture. Okay, so we know the Charles Sanders Peirce. Okay, Charles Sanders and Peirce. So he said the form of a sign takes its signifier can be classified as one of the three types, like an icon, an index, or the symbol. Okay, it is very much important to understand here. It is that the what the Charles and Peirce said here, the form of sign takes its signifier, right? That can be classified. Signifier को इन्होंने classify किया तीन category में, right? So this is what about the signifier and signified. The most important thing that he described the signs in two parts, that is signifier and signified. Okay, so in the, under the signifier, that is what here the sign which takes place. So in three categories, right? Three types that classified. The first, that is icon. The second, that is index. And third, that is symbol. Okay. Very much important. Remember that given by the Charles and Peirce, okay, that classifies, okay, about the signifier. Three types. So in sign language, iconicity plays an important role in the act and perception of gestures that we already talked. So an icon has a physical resemblance to the signified, the thing being represented. A photograph is a good example, as it certainly resembles what it depicts, right? So that is what example here it is given about the photograph, what it resembles, what it depicts, that is, it is about the photograph. So we can represent it is as a icons, right? Chaliye. Yes. So this is what about the sign and symbols that we study. Okay. So यहाँ पे दो तीन चीजें हैं that we discussed. So if it is said that sign and symbol or the symbology, the concept of symbology or the term that given by, that is everybody, Ferdinand de Saussure. Okay. Yes. Very good. Signifier and signified. Everybody. Signifier and signified concept under the signs. Then everybody. Yes. Charles and Peirce, right? Very. Ronald Barthes ने, right? Very good. Ronald Barthes ने दिया ये चीजें. Ronald Barthes about that given about the signifier and signified, right? The two terms. Charles and Peirce ने नहीं, Ronald Barthes ने, right? Important. Ronald Barthes ने दिया. Varnika, just clear it here and see that is if it is asked to you about that the classified of the signifiers, or the classification of signifiers, icon, index, right? Icon, index and symbol, then it is Charles and Peirce, right? Very good. Charles and Peirce. ये चीजें आपको ध्यान रखनी, तीनों में कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना. दे ऑल आर द राइट द प्रोपोनेंट अबाउट द सिंबल्स और द साइंस, राइट? इन द सिम्बोलॉजी में इन्होंने तीनों ने महानता प्राप्त करी है, बट तीनों का अलग अलग योगदान है, राइट? फर्डिनांड दे सॉसरे ने सबसे पहले जो है सिम्बोलॉजी के ऊपर बहुत काम किया, स्टडी किया है, राइट? सिग्निफाइड एंड सिग्निफाइड को टर्म दिया रोनाल्ड बार्थेस ने, राइट? और उसके बाद इसी के अंदर थ्री पार्ट्स में उन्होंने डिफाइन किया द सिग्निफायर्स को. That is what the form of sign which takes or signifier classified into the three types, that is icon, index and symbols, right? So this is what here about the Charles and Peirce. It is all clear everybody, the three concept about the proponent, it is clear? Yes. अगर आपसे इसी में के अंदर पूछा जाता है फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, ये तीनों आपको हमने बताया किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में? सिम्बोलॉजी के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, राइट? चलिए इसी से मिलता जुलता क्वेश्चन है deconstruction of text. Everybody, yesterday we discussed about deconstruction of text. Yes, that is Jacques Derrida. Okay, Jacques Derrida. Very good. If it is asked to you anchorage and relay, everybody, anchorage and relay. Yes, Ronald Barthes, right? Very good. Ronald Barthes. तो ये आपको ध्यान रखना है, anchorage and relay, because anchorage relay it is basically that is word relations, word to image relations. That is what about the anchorage and relay, that concept given by the Ronald Barthes. It is all clear? Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concept? Yes, very good. There should be clear. Okay, किसी को कोई confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. चलिए. Next. 266 number questions, that is, when media texts are related emotions and feelings, it becomes dash domain. Please read it twice. When media texts are related emotions and feelings, it becomes dash domain. The cognitive domain, the affective domain, the audience domain, or the production domain. Everybody, it's about the emotions and feelings. Everybody. सभी लोग आंसर देंगे. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस, इमोशनल बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस, फीलिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस, जल्दी से आंसर करेंगे. यस, वेरी गुड. सो दैट इज बी. वेरी गुड. अफेक्टिव डोमेन, राइट. दो तरीके का डोमेन होता है. एक आपका होता है कॉग्निटिव डोमेन. द वन इट इज कॉग्निटिव डोमेन, एंड सेकेंड that is affective domain. Okay, affective domain. affective domain के अंदर जैसे motivation, emotion, feeling, right? So this is what about the affective domain. The motivation, feeling, right, that you solve the problem, you motivate him, motivate her, right? So this is what the values. Okay, so in the cognitive domain में जो आपका होता है, that is attitude, perception, right, or recalling, synthesize. Okay, so this all is under the cognitive domain, right? Which evaluations also, evaluation. So this is comes under the cognitive domain. So when media texts are related emotion and feelings, it becomes the affective domain. So affective domain is related to the three sections described in the modern psychology, that is cognitive, cognitive and affective. ये तीन चीजें हैं आपका साइकोलॉजी, मॉडर्न साइकोलॉजी के अंदर तीन सेक्शन जो है वो यहाँ पर बताता है. दैट इज वन, इट इज कॉग्निटिव, सेकंड दैट इज कॉग्निटिव, एंड द थर्ड दैट इज अफेक्टिव. सो द अफेक्टिव डोमेन हियर इंक्लूड्स द feelings, emotion and the attitudes of the individual. Okay, the affective domain includes factors such as a student motivation, attitudes, perceptions and the values. Okay, so the teachers can increase their effectiveness by considering the affective domain in the planning courses, delivering lectures and activities, assessing the students' learning, right? So the teachers motivate to the student in order to effective learning or delivering the lectures, or while the practical activity में हम क्या करते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स को मोटिवेट करते हैं towards the effective learning. So this is what about the affective domain here, that is when media are text, emotions and feeling, it becomes the affective domain, right? How much media affect the audiences, this is what about their emotions and feelings attached with the media text, right? It is all clear. 267, democratic participant theory of the media can be implemented only in, everybody, only by, the democratic participant theory of the media can be implemented only by citizen viewpoints, B, cultural autonomy, C, public administration, and D, that is decree. Everybody, democratic participant theory, हमने नॉर्मेटिव थ्योरीज पढ़ा था. उस नॉर्मेटिव थ्योरीज में सबसे आखिरी ऑथोरिटेरियन थ्योरी, लिबर्टेरियन थ्योरी, सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थ्योरी, राइट, सोवियत मीडिया थ्योरी, democratic participant theory, right? Yes, very good. So this is what about the citizen viewpoints that is related with the democratic participant of media, right? So democracy participant of media participation जब आ गया यहाँ पर definitely the participation of the citizens, right? Which is very much important, plays an important role in democracy. So democratic participant theory is the modification of the social responsibility theory. So they can ask you the questions here, right? So everybody, democratic participation is a modification of which theory? Everybody answer it. That is social responsibility theory, right? Democratic participant theory जो है, that the modification of social responsibility theory, right? So it proposes that the media should propagate, support, and promote the views and opinions of the individuals in the respect of governance and the leadership in the public governance, right? So this is what that we promote, the media promote the views and opinions of the individual in respect of the governance. The theory places greater importance to the receivers, right? So they can ask you the very much important question here that we are discussing, that democratic participant theory, right? Another question, democratic participant theory places the greater importance, everybody, greater importance to, options are sender, B receiver, C channel, D none of this. Everybody, democratic participant theory of the media places the greater importance to, that is receiver, right? Because that is citizen viewpoint, that is what about the receivers, right? So very important here, बहुत ही important है, please note it down. This theory places greater importance to the receivers. The praise should be pluralistic or decentralized, bottom up or horizontal, must have the equality. The major concept is the participation in the full circular communication. These all are the characteristics or the advantage of the democratic participant theory, right? ये सारे क्या हैं? Characteristics हैं जो है pluralistic है, decentralized है, bottom up or the horizontal approach. These all are the advantage or the good critics of the democratic participant theory, right? And also that is very much important, that is citizen viewpoints. Okay, so the major concept is the participation and the full circular communications. Okay, so the example of democratic participant theory are the present concepts of the community newspaper, community radios, or the television. So another example are the trend of the social action through the social media, right? So this is what about the democratic participant theory, that we participate in the some of the issues or the some of the trend, right? We make the hashtag in the top, right? So that it is possible only with the participation or the citizen viewpoints, right? It is all clear, everybody? चलिए, okay, next questions. 268. So Bridal Mantra, a news magazine, was launched by, everybody. No, it's not the Times of India. The Bridal Mantra, a news magazine, it is a news magazine which is a fashion based magazine. ठीक है, fashion based magazine है, launched by the Hindu, Times of India, the Hindustan Times, Indian Express. Everybody. सभी लोग आंसर देंगे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Yes, very good. So this is the answer, that the Hindu, right? The Hindu is the right answer. The Hindu launched the bridal mantra magazine in the 2011 in the Chennai, right? Remember it, 2011 Chennai. So the Hindu was launched in the Dubai also along with the 5 sequence fashion show at the Ritz-Carlton. Okay, so this is what important it is here. That is the bridal mantra magazine, fashion-based magazines, news magazines. Okay, that is very much important. That launched by the Hindu in the 2011. Okay, chaliye. Next, it is important here about the Hindu, right? The Hindu का बताएंगे magazine, the name the magazine of the Hindu. Or the any of the things that you know, the Times of India का बताइए. Everybody. Yes, the Hindu Frontline. Very good. And the Times of India Filmfare Femina. Okay. Very good. Yes. Hindustan Times, that is Brunch. Okay. HT Brunch. HT Brunch. Very important. Okay. So ये आपको ध्यान रखना है. और न्यूज़पेपर की जहां तक की बात है तो दैट यू नो द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस दैट इज 1932, हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स 1924, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया 1838 एंड द हिंदू 1878, राइट. यस, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस का द स्क्रीन. वेरी गुड वर्णिका. द स्क्रीन मैगजीन दैट इज ऑफ द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस ऑल्सो, दैट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. सो प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. ये आपको ध्यान रख लीजिए, थोड़ा साफ सफाई से हम लिख देता हूँ. इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. रेड कलर हम मैगजीन से लिख रहे हैं. द स्क्रीन, ठीक है. HT ब्रंच, फिल्म फेयर. प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. जो लोगों ने, जिनके पास नहीं है, नोट्स बनाना शुरू कर दीजिए. फेमिना, द हिंदू, फ्रंटलाइन. ओके, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. और ईयर आपको लिखना है न्यूज़पेपर्स का, तो न्यूज़पेपर्स का ईयर लिख लीजिए. चलिए, ये सारी चीजें ध्यान रख लीजिए, ठीक है. फ्रंट लाइन और ये भी लिख लीजिए साथ साथ में, दैट यू विल नो. चलिए, क्लियर है? हैव यू नोटेड एवरीबॉडी? यस. चलिए, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Who coined the term pack journalism? Everybody. Pack journalism. Who coined the term pack journalism? क्या बात है, वेरी गुड, बहुत ही सुंदर. टाइमोथी क्रोजी, फिलिप मेयर, एलन चैकले, जे रोजन. Everybody. Who coined the term pack journalism? The same story covered by the reporters of different news organizations. That is all about the pack journalism. Everybody. Yes, very good. Marvelous answer. Everybody has answered correctly. So Timothy Cruzy, that is what here the coined the term pack journalism. So the term was first coined by the American journalist and the writer Timothy Cruzy, born 1947, in his book, that very much important book name also, that where he mentioned about the pack journalism. Okay, at very first time. So that is the book. It is The Boys on the Bus. Okay, The Boys on the bus. That was published in the year 1973. Okay, please note it down, this book by the Timothy Croce. Okay, about the activities of the journalism during the 1972 United presidential elections. So pack journalism refers to the standardized news coverage that can occur when reporters from the multiple news organizations cover the same events, okay, and arrive at a consensus as to most newsworthy aspects of those events, right? So this is what that the same when the reporters from the multiple news organization cover the same events, that is what here that to be known as that news coverage and most newsworthy aspects of those events that considered as a pack journalism. Okay, so for an example, pack journalism can occur when a news organization decides to make a particular story the lead story only because other news organization are doing so. ठीक है, सो एग्जाम्पल यहां पर है, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जाम्पल कि पैक जर्नलिज्म उस समय दिखता है जब सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सारे न्यूज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने ये डिसाइड कर लिया कि हम यही न्यूज चलाएंगे बिकॉज दिस इज व्हाट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफ द डे it is, and we will also run the same, right? So this is what about the pack journalism, that most important event that covered by the reporters from the multiple news organization, and that event is similar. Okay, so here it is what important about the Timothy Croce that coined the term pack journalism. Now tell about the development journalism, that everybody who coined the term development journalism. Everybody who coined the term development journalism. Very important that we have already discussed, हमने डिस्कस किया हुआ है डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म का टर्म किसने दिया है, नॉट डेवलपमेंट कम्युनिकेशन, डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म. एवरीबॉडी, आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग द आंसर्स. यस, वेरी गुड, दैट इज एलन चैकले ने ये डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म का कॉन्सेप्ट दिया है. ओके, एलन चैकले. ओके, so here, yes, very good, Abhilasha Rachna. So Alan Chakle coined the term development journalism in the 1970. Okay, and Philip Mayer is an American fiction writer. अगर फिलिप मेयर की बात करें, that American fiction writer, that you have to remember the important book, and on basis of the novel that film is also made, right? फिल्म भी बन चुका है उस नोवेल के ऊपर, और ये बहुत ही फिक्शन ड्रामा सीरीज है, ठीक है, जो कि नोवेल का नाम है दैट इज अमेरिकन रस्ट. ओके, अमेरिकन रस्ट एंड द सन. Okay, very much popular by the American Rust. So American Rust that written by the Philip Mayer. Okay, और यही जो है नाम भी है, right? The film which is based on the novel, that is American Rust. Okay, on the same name. Clear है everybody? चलिए बताइएगा, फिल्म जो है नोबेल के ऊपर जब आधारित बनती है, राइट? नोबेल नोबेल के बेस पे फिल्म बनती है तो उसे क्या कहते हैं एवरीबॉडी? द फिल्म विच बेस्ड ऑन द नोबेल, व्हाट वी कॉल्ड novelizations. Okay, वेरी गुड. जब कोई नोवेल, यस, जब कोई नोवेल फिल्म के ऊपर लिखी जाती है, राइट एवरीबॉडी, दैट इज एडेप्टेशंस, राइट? वेरी गुड, दैट यू हैव टू नो. ये सारी चीजें आपको ध्यान रखनी है. ओके, सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ हियर द फिलिप मेयर, द मूवी और द नोवेल दैट वाज अमेरिकन रस्ट. सो बताएंगे एवरीबॉडी, अमेरिकन रस्ट के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में एडेप्टेशन है या नोवेलाइजेशन? एवरीबॉडी, the film made on the American Rust that was initially novel. Okay, yes, that is very good. नोवेलाइजेशंस। ये आपको ध्यान रखना है, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म है, राइट, नेवर गेट कंफ्यूज। चलिए नेक्स्ट, सो द कॉपीराइट बोर्ड इन इंडिया हैज सर्टेन पावर्स ऑफ, ठीक है, द कॉपीराइट बोर्ड इन इंडिया हैज सर्टेन पावर्स ऑफ द लेजिस्लेचर, बी क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर, सी सिविल कोर्ट्स, डी जी जो है डी जो आपका आंसर है जो एग्जीक्यूटिव, एवरीबॉडी डी आंसर, इट इज एग्जीक्यूटिव। जल्दी से आंसर करेंगे, व्हाट विल बी द राइट आंसर? यस, वेरी गुड, बहुत ही सुंदर। सो राइट आंसर जो है आपका दैट इज सी सिविल कोर्ट्स। ओके, यू नो अबाउट द क्रिमिनल कोर्ट और सिविल कोर्ट, ठीक है। क्रिमिनल कोर्ट आपका मर्डर और ये सब सारी चीजों से रिलेटेड है, मर्डर, एसिनेशंस और ये सारी चीजें। सिविल कोर्ट्स जो है आपका डाइवोर्स, राइट, और बैंक्रप्सी, ये आपकी कॉपीराइट, ये सारी चीजें आता है सिविल कोर्ट के अंदर, राइट। सो दिस इज व्हाट दैट यू हैव नॉट मर्डर्ड, यू हैव stolen the artistic work. This is what about the civil courts, right? So that is the certain power. India has certain powers of the civil courts. अगर यहाँ पे दो सेक्शन है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कॉपीराइट का, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शन ऑफ द कॉपीराइट, द इट इज दैट इज सेक्शन 51 and section 52. Okay, that is very much important of the section of the copyright, that is section 51 and section 52. Section 51, that copyright, it prescribes that copyright is infringed when any person does anything exclusive right to do which has conferred by the act on the owners of the copyright, right? So this is what that आपका infringement, it tells about the infringement that कहाँ कहाँ आपका copyright पे infringement लगता है, ठीक है। So this is what here that, or here do not constitute the infringement, do not constitute infringement. So this is what about the section 51, that section 51 discuss about that infringement, and section 52 it discuss about where the infringement is not applicable, right? That is what the list of the items or the artistic works where the infringement do not apply. Okay, yes, that the limited use or anything else, right? It is all clear everybody about the copyright, that 1957 act? Chaliye, so I think this is enough, right, that we discuss in today's class. जल्दी से हम समराइजेशन पार्ट पे आते हैं एवरीबॉडी। चलिए समराइजेशन बताएंगे एवरीबॉडी, व्हाट वी हैव लर्न टुडेज, रिवाइज इट फास्ट। यस, सिग्निफायर साथ साथ में इलाबोरेट भी करते चलेंगे, राइट? सिग्निफायर एंड सिग्निफाइड, द कॉन्सेप्ट गिवन बाय द सिग्निफायर एंड सिग्निफाइड, रोलैंड बार्थेस, राइट? चलिए, very important. Second, that we discussed, yes, very good. Classification of signifiers, yes, classification of signifiers, पहले इसको हम खत्म कर लेते हैं, right? Classification of signifiers, कौन कौन से everybody? What were the classification of signifiers? Everybody. Icon. Yes, next index or sign, right? Very good, index and sign. And that classification of signifiers by the everybody, by the name the prominent thinkers, that is Charles Sanders Peirce, right? Very good, Charles Sanders Peirce. Next, which is related with the same here, everybody, the signs and symbols, right? The study of symbology, that also we discussed by the Ferdinand de Saussure. Okay, chaliye, very good. Next we discuss about the deconstruction of text. Deconstruction of text, write it, okay? That will revise. Okay, Jacques Derrida. Jacques Derrida. Very good. Fifth, that we discussed, anchorage and relay. Everybody, anchorage and relay. That is about the word and image relations. शब्द और इमेज के बीच में रिलेशंस के बारे में बताया, एंकरेज एंड रिले. यस, रोलैंड बर्थेस. ओके, चलिए नेक्स्ट. एवरीबॉडी, नेक्स्ट वी डिस्कस, yes, the famous news magazine, that is Bridal Mantra, right? That is of the Hindu. Okay, also the front line. Yes, very good. और हमने साथ साथ में हमने क्या डिस्कस किया, और भी सारे मैगजीन जल्दी से रिवाइज करेंगे मैगजीन्स को लेकर. द स्क्रीन, दैट इज फिल्म फेयर. यस, वेरी गुड. द स्क्रीन और फ्रंट लाइन द हिंदू हमने डिस्कस कर लिया. एवरीबॉडी, नेक्स्ट, फेमिना एंड द फिल्म फेयर. Yes, Femina and Filmfare, that is of the Times of India. Yes, very good Rachna, very good Varnika. Next, yes, also the Manju, very good. The HT branch. HT branch, that is of the Hindustan Times. Okay. Yes. Okay. Please note it down. Notes बनाते हुए चलेंगे. Next, अब मैगजीन से चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो है आपका क्या था, 8 नंबर. एवरीबॉडी, अफेक्टिव डोमेन एंड कॉग्निटिव डोमेन. ओके, वेरी गुड. अफेक्टिव डोमेन एंड कॉग्निटिव डोमेन हमने डिस्कस किया था. सो अफेक्टिव डोमेन में हमारा क्या था एवरीबॉडी, व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन, दैट वाज इमोशंस एंड फीलिंग्स. यस, इमोशन एंड फीलिंग्स ऑफ द मीडिया टेक्स्ट. Media text, emotions and feelings of the media text, that is what about the domain, that is the affective domain. Very good, please note it down. Chale next everybody, democratic participants. Yes, democratic participants जो theory है, that is citizens views, right? Very good, citizens views. Very good. And it is also an extension of social responsibility theory, right? Extension of, please note it down, extension of social responsibility theory. Okay. And also that we have discussed about democratic participant theory, that places a greater importance to the, everybody, greater importance to the receiver. Yes, very good, that greater importance to the receivers. ये भी ध्यान रखना है आपको. चलिए, पैक जर्नलिज्म. ओके, पैक जर्नलिज्म बताएंगे एवरीबॉडी. द टर्म पैक जर्नलिज्म बाय द, यस, टिमोथी क्रोजी. ओके, यस. और साथ ही साथ में डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म बताएंगे एवरीबॉडी. Yes, development journalism by the Alan Chakle. Okay. Yes, note it down. Next. Very good, Rachna Vilasha. चलिए next बताएंगे everybody. What we will discuss the next, that important. चलिए कॉपीराइट के बारे में डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. कॉपीराइट एक्ट, right? The copyright board in India that has the certain powers of the civil codes, right? Civil codes. And what are the important sections, everybody? Important sections are under the Copyright Act. It is section 51 and section 52. Section 51 में आपका कहाँ कहाँ infringement होता है वो आपके बारे में मेंशन है, और section 52 में that the list which do not constitute the infringement, right? Very good. Anything more it is left with the questions that we discussed today's, right? चलिए Yes, sign poses the resemblance to their referent as considered as iconic. Very good. That is also sign. The first question was the sign poses a resemblance to their referent considered as iconic. Okay. So this is what here the important it is. Sign poses a resembling iconic. Very good. So this is what that we discussed today's. Okay. That is very much important. और हमने एक और चीज डिस्कस किया था बुक का नाम, राइट? दैट वाज द इम्पोर्टेंट बुक, राइट? The major barrier in the transmission of the cognitive is expectations, right? Very good, Rachna. Right? The barriers in the communication or the transmission of the communications. That is, everybody write it fast. The barrier in the transmission of cognitive, which is an individual expectations, right? Very much important. और साथ में एक बुक हमने देखा था, very much important book, right? That was, yes, The Boys on the Bus. The Boys on the Bus, written by everybody. The Boys on the Bus, written by, yes, Timothy Crosby. Okay. The 1973. Very much important. ठीक है, ये आप बुक्स वगैरह तो ध्यान रखेंगे, right? The Boys on the Bus, the Timothy Crosby, that the pack journalism where it was, right? The pack journalism. Very good. चलिए, तो ये सब सारे क्वेश्चन है जो इंपॉर्टेंट है, और ये क्वेश्चन जो है आपका 2013 के ईयर्स में पूछा गया. इन द ईयर 2013 दिस ऑल क्वेश्चंस वाज, राइट? एंड यस, आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट रचना. वेरी गुड. सो प्लीज मेक द नोट्स. दैट इज अमेरिकन रस्ट. अमेरिकन रस्ट, very important. American Rust, that is also a drama series, also the novel by the, everybody answer it. Yes, that is Philip Meyer. Okay, Philip Meyer, that American Rust, very much important that novel. चलिए, क्लियर है सभी को? एवरीबॉडी इज क्लियर? एमसीक्यू से बहुत सारे नोट्स बनते हैं. प्लीज मेक द प्रॉपर नोट्स फ्रॉम द एमसीक्यू क्लासेस, राइट? बहुत सारे नोट्स बनते हैं, इसलिए आपको डेली डेली याद करते जाएं, डेली डेली पढ़ते जाएं. जितने कराए जा रहे हैं उतना तो पढ़िए, बाकी सेल्फ स्टडी कीजिए, राइट? चलिए, बहुत ही सुंदर. थैंक यू वर्णिका. थैंक यू टू एवरीबॉडी. थैंक यू सो मच.